Once again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the ninth week of our 21 CFR 117 CGMP Hazard Analysis and Risk-Based Preventive Control for Human Food Farmization Training. I'm Laura from Customer Success Team at Consultor Inc. Group. Last week, we discussed the premises location and approval program under 21 CFR 117 Subpart B Current Good Manufacturing Practices, Section 117.20 Plants and Grounds. This week, we'll continue our discussion under 21 CFR 117 Subpart B Current Good Manufacturing Practices, Section 117.20 Plants and Grounds, focusing on the grounds and roadways requirements. This requirements is important because well-maintained grounds help prevent contamination, control pests, and reduce risks such as dust, standing water, and debris. Understanding and applying these expectations strengthens GMP compliance, supports sanitation efforts, and helps maintain and clean, safe facility environment. By the way, this free training is sponsored by Consultor Inc. Group, a compliance company. Consultor Inc. Group is a registered U.S. government vendor and full service GRC company specializing in compliance management, regulatory documentation, quality systems, cybersecurity, and digital transformation support. We operate as a remote virtual compliance department, enabling organization to achieve and maintain regulatory alignment through integrated consulting, GRC oversight, and software-enabled automation. Our services revolve around compliance management software, specialized training, and end-to-end support services that help organizations achieve and maintain compliance with international standards. Through our platform, interlinkiq.com, we offer an integrated compliance management system that streamlines documentation, monitoring, and audit readiness. We also provide dedicated compliance and certification support programs for FSBP, PCQI, SQF, BRCGS, FSSC 22000, QMS, GMP, and HACCP, helping businesses strengthen their regulatory compliance, enhance operational efficiency, and ensure alignment with global food safety and quality management standards. Let's review our training schedule. So this week, we'll focus on the requirements outlined in CGMP Section 117.20 Plants and Grounds, and our discussion will center on the grounds and roadways. Gaining a clear understanding of these requirements is essential to achieving and sustaining your compliance with FDA's current good manufacturing practices. In today's session, we will going to begin by familiarizing ourselves with the grounds and roadways requirements, and we'll start with the clear description of the requirements, followed by a walkthrough of the compliance action activities, which are scheduled tasks carried out on a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and semi-annual basis to ensure ongoing certification readiness. We'll also discuss the annual review and internal audit activities, which help verify program effectiveness and drive continuous improvement. And you're encouraged to ask questions in the chat box, which we will address in next week's session. Participants may also request a free 90-day trial of our CGMP compliance management software to help manage compliance tasks, assign accountability, and stay audit ready. Finally, all participants will receive a familiarization training certificate, and please ensure you've completed the free certification familiarization training sign-up form that we shared in the chat box. And on the screen, you will be able to see the sample of the familiarization certificate and you receive upon completing each session. Certificates are prepared and issued every Friday and Monday So please allow our team more time to process them. With that, let's move forward to our training session where we'll be working directly with the CGMP compliance management software. So let's start by going over the description of the grounds and roadways. Please take a look at the description on the screen, and the requirements are outlined here to make implementation easier. So, grounds and roadways maintenance program. Maintain roads, yards, and parking lots to prevent them from becoming sources of contamination in areas where food is exposed. Surfaces must be properly graded, drained, and maintained to control dust, standing water, and debris. Regular inspection and upkeep help ensure a clean, safe environment that supports overall facility, sanitation, and product safety. So you may update or edit the description as needed to reflect revision when new version or edition are released. To implement the program stated in the description tab, we've developed a list of action item located under the compliance tab. So this feature helps the QA manager or supervisor stay organized by scheduling tasks based on their required frequency, whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or semi-annual. Here are some of the example of your compliance action items to comply with the grounds and roadways requirements. For your daily action item, this may include inspect grounds for visible debris, trash, and obstructions in roadways, walkways, and parking areas. Verify that drainage paths are clear to prevent standing water near building entrances or loading docks. Check for excessive dust levels around roadways, driveways, and facility perimeter. Inspect for mud tracking or soil accumulation that may pose contamination risk to food areas, and log and report any immediate hazards for corrective action. For the weekly action item, you have to sweep or clean roadways and parking lots to reduce dust and debris buildup. Inspect vegetation and landscaping areas to ensure overgrowth does not harbor pests or obstruct drainage. Verify proper functioning of exterior lighting for safe traffic flow and security. Check condition of signage, barriers, and traffic control markers for legibility and proper placement. For the monthly action item, you have to conduct a full inspection of grading and slopes to ensure proper water runoff away from facility structures. Inspect storm drains, culverts, and retention areas for blockage, sediment, or erosion. Review pest activity around grounds and roadways for any trends indicating environmental related risk. Inspect parking lot and roadway surface integrity for cracks, potholes, or wear requiring repair. For the quarterly action item, you have to perform preventive maintenance on roadways and pavement, including patching damaged areas. Inspect perimeter fencing, gates, and barriers to ensure they prevent unauthorized access and minimize contamination risk, and review grounds maintenance, contractor performance if applicable, to verify compliance with CGMP expectation. For the biannual action item, you have to evaluate drainage system effectiveness during seasonal weather shifts and conduct an environmental cleanliness audit of all grounds and roadways, comparing results to previous audits for trend analysis. So these action items are aligned with industry's best practices, and you may add your own compliance activities or have our team reload the required tasks to help ensure full compliance with the requirements under this section. To complete these actions, we provided work instruction and detailed compliance activities in the instruction section, along with the required artifacts or records to document completion. So these instructions serve as your guide on how to complete each action item. For example, let's focus on one specific action item. So the requirements that states verify that drainage paths are clear to prevent standing water near building entrances or loading docks. So to complete this action item, let's click the corresponding work instruction. So here are the steps that you need to perform. So step one is to inspect drainage paths. So you have to walk all areas around building entrances, loading docks, and roadways to confirm that drainage channels, gutters, and storm drains are free from debris or obstructions. Identify potential standing water or water accumulation hazard. For the record, drainage inspection checklist, observation logs, photo documentation of issues if needed. Step two is to document findings and required actions. You have to record any obstructions, blockage, or areas prone to water accumulation. Note corrective actions required, responsible personnel, and timelines. For the artifacts, corrective action reports, daily or weekly inspection logs, follow up verification records. Step three is to implement corrective actions. You have to remove debris or repair drainage issues immediately and ensure standing water is drained promptly to prevent safety hazard or contamination risk. For the records, maintenance work orders, completion verification forms, and supervisor sign-off logs. Step four is to monitor regular maintenance of drainage system. You have to ensure scheduled cleaning, inspection, and preventive maintenance of gutters, drains, and surrounding grounds. Verify maintenance contractors or internal teams complete scheduled tasks. For the artifacts, grounds maintenance scheduled, contractor service logs, weekly and monthly verification checklist. Step 5 is to review and update procedure. Periodically assess drainage verification procedure based on inspection, seasonal weather changes, or regulatory requirements. You need to also update SOPs and training as needed. For the record, SOP revision logs, training attendance records, and maintenance management approval documentation. Step 6 is to include in management review and GMP audits. Integrate drainage verification result into audits and management reviews to support continuous improvement of site safety and contamination prevention. For the records, GMP audit reports, management review minutes, and trend analysis of drainage related issues. So to comply with these requirements, you need to upload evidence of compliance. So in this case, we've uploaded the drainage path verification record. So to complete record shows that the QA technician inspected all drainage areas around the facility, including entrances and loading docks. All drainage paths were clear, functioning properly, and free from standing water, pest, or blockage. A small amount of soil was found near the loading dock but was immediately removed by the maintenance lead. So the inspection was completed, verified, and signed, confirming compliance with the GMP requirements for maintaining clean and effective drainage around the building. So when you perform the activities and completed the supporting records, your compliance status will update from no to yes once approved by the reviewer or the approver. And your goal is to perform all compliance activities according to their scheduled frequency to ensure that your facility processes and documentation remain fully audit ready. And once again, these are simply example of compliance best practices that you can adopt in your facility. You may also customize or develop your own action items tailored to your specific processes. Next, let's go over to the annual review tab. which also serve as your gap assessment tool. So this tab is designed as an internal audit checklist in the form of a questionnaire aligned with the 21 CFR 117 requirement. It lists all required annual review items to help you maintain compliance with the certification requirements. Here you'll find the annual review items that should be reviewed to maintain compliance, and here are some of the example. Is the grounds and roadways maintenance program reviewed and updated annually? Is there a designated person responsible for overseeing grounds and roadway maintenance? Is the program current with CGMP and facility requirements? Are all changes, updates, or revision documented and approved? Has an annual risk assessment been conducted to evaluate potential contamination from grounds and roadways? Are identified risks documented and addressed in the program? Are preventive measures in place to control dust, debris, and standing water? Are daily inspections of grounds and roadways documented? Are weekly cleaning and maintaining maintenance tasks consistently completed? Are monthly inspection of drainage, grading, and surface integrity performed? Are quarterly repairs and evaluations executed as scheduled? Are biannual drainage and environmental audits completed? Are corrective action documented with deficiency are found? Is follow-up conducted to verify corrective action completion? Are recurring issues analyzed for root cause? Are records of inspections, maintenance, and corrective actions maintained and accessible? Are records retained according to your facilities document retention schedule? Are records retained according to your facilities document retention schedule? Are contractor activities reviewed quarterly for compliance with CGMP expectations? Are contractor deficiency documented and communicated? Are annual trends analyzed for recurring contamination risks related to grounds or roadways? Is the effectiveness of the grounds and roadways maintenance program evaluated during annual review? Are improvement opportunities identified and integrated into the revised program? So, just like the compliance tab, you can add your work instruction or compliance activities to comply with the requirements and specify the artifacts or forms that will serve as your evidence of compliance. For example, to complete the audit checklist, so is the grounds and roadways maintenance program reviewed and updated annually? So let's check the work instruction as part of your verification. Now, to complete the annual review item, you need to step one is to schedule the annual review. You have to plan and schedule a four-month annual review of the grounds and roadways maintenance program to ensure it remains effective and compliant with CGMP requirements. For the records, annual review calendar or scheduled review planning notes. Step two is to evaluate program effectiveness. Assess inspection logs, corrective actions, maintenance records, and incident reports over the past year to determine the program's effectiveness in maintaining safe, debris-free grounds and roadways. For the records, grounds inspection logs, corrective action reports, maintenance record. Step 3 is to identify areas for improvement. You have to analyze recurring issues, hazards, or gaps in the program, recommend improvements to procedures, schedules, or resources. For the artifacts, analysis report, improvement action plan, photo documentation of problem areas. Step 4 is to update program procedure. You have to revise SOPs, checklist, or schedules based on findings from the review. Ensure updates reflect changes in facility layout, regulatory guidance, or operational requirements. For the records, updated SOPs and checklist, revision history log, management approval records. Step 5 is to communicate updates and train personnel. You have to share program updates with maintenance and operational staff, conduct refresher training if procedural changes affect daily inspection or corrective action. For the artifacts, daily attendance sheets, updated training materials, communication logs. Step 6 is to document review completion. For the activity, you need to record the completion of the annual review, noting findings, updates made, and management signed off. For the records, annual review report, management review minutes, and sign off or acknowledgement forms. So, to provide evidence or compliance for this annual review item, you may upload the grounds and roadways maintenance program. So, with this record on November 28, 2025, the grounds and roadways maintenance program was reviewed by the facility supervisor. So the review confirmed the program remains accurate and effective with schedules, responsibilities, and past corrective actions verified. Updates included quarterly storm drain inspections and an autumn debris removal checklist along with the preventive measures such as signage of slippery areas and staff training. The review and updates were approved by the facility manager, demonstrating annual compliance with 21 CFR 117.20. So this is just an example that you can provide as proof of compliance. And your goal is to complete all these annual review items to keep your site fully prepared for both internal and external audits and compliance to 21 CFR 117. Finishing this checklist confirms your compliance and ensure you're audit ready at all times. At this point, you may now post your questions in the chat box and please note that all inquiries will be reviewed to ensure each question is properly addressed. We will cover these questions in detail during next week training session. In the meantime, while some of you may still be typing your question, would like to invite you to join our other free certification familiarization training session held every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon Central Time. Please note that the CGMP training is scheduled separately at 1 o'clock in the afternoon every Tuesday. This session covers various topics including FSSC 22000 certification, BRCGS certification, SQF certification, FDA food code, and foreign supplier verification program compliance. These sessions are open to everyone, so feel free to invite colleagues or friends in the food industry to join this free training by sharing the Zoom meeting link with them. So you may also schedule a one-on-one CGMP compliance coaching session for personalized guidance on implementing and maintaining compliance with your site's CGMP requirements. So this concludes our training session on the CGMP 117.20 plants and grounds, undergrounds and roadways. Your training certification will be sent to your registered email addresses, and we look forward to having you join us again next week for our next topic, building materials, which covers under section CGMP 117.20 plants and grounds. If you'd like to use our compliance software to manage your CGMP requirements, please complete the free certification familiarization training sign-up form in the chat box and indicate your request for the software access to activate your 90-day free account. So this software provides access to the compliance dashboard, training management, tools, customer and supplier requirements managements, and digitized form. ideals for those transitioning from a paper-based to a paperless system. If you have any questions, clarifications, or feedback regarding today's training, please don't hesitate to reach us at hello@consultorinc.com. And thank you so much for your participation, and we wish you a pleasant day ahead.